It was already midnight at the hospital, but the hallway was still packed with people rushing by. A woman was giving birth to quadruplets, a miracle in the little town of Guevara. The first baby cried out, then the second, then the third. Healthy, pink, just like everyone expected. But when the fourth baby came out, everything stopped. She didn't look like the others. That baby was me. I was born with skin pale as the moonlight and hair as white as snow. She looks like an angel. Hey, I'm Anaya, 16. I have a condition that makes my skin and hair look different. People call me the angel girl and toss coins at me like I'm some kind of holy fountain. Not that I'm saying it's bad. When Mom got home from the hospital after the whole dramatic birth, our yard was already full of villagers. All 4 of us were lying side by side when an elder walked up, hands trembling as she gently touched my head. She's a blessing to our village. And just like that, my parents believed it too. By the time I turned 5, I realized being special kinda sucked. One afternoon, I was building a stick castle in the yard with my sisters. Ava, the oldest, then Rena, then Mira. Mira teased me a lot. I honestly thought she should be the youngest. But still, I was happy playing with them. Then we saw a woman leading her son to our house. And right after came Mom's voice calling for me. I already knew it was coming. Please, bless my son. He has an important exam next week. Come here, Anaya. Be gentle. Be divine. The boy went down so I could reach his head. And I smiled, because I had to. When I came back, the game had already changed. My sisters were playing something new, without me.
Anaya, your hands are for blessings, not for getting dirty like this.
He picked me up and brought me inside. I knew my sisters were sneaking looks and whispering behind me. Things didn't get better as I grew up. Everything I did was arranged, watched, and had to be 100% pure. I had to walk gracefully, speak sweetly, and even sit properly.
A divine soul never slouches, Anaya.
Meanwhile, my sisters got to do whatever they wanted. Mom and Dad spoil Anaya the most, and she's just normal. Don't say that, Mira. She even gets her own room, while we have to share. They never knew I wished I could sleep with them, like real sisters. That night, I snuck out and climbed the hill behind the temple. There was gonna be a meteor shower, but instead, I saw a boy, and he saw me.
Didn't think an angel would come here.
Don't call me that. I'm just a normal girl.
Good. That's kinda weird then, huh?
We watched the stars together. His name was Kieran, a carpenter who lived down the street. Orphaned, simple, kind. And before I left, he suddenly grabbed my hand.
Come again tomorrow. There'll still be meteors.
I nodded, super shy. He was the first to see me as just a girl. And oh, snapdragons, I was feeling things. It was my secret, but not for long. Mira, Queen of Nosy, found my diary. The one where I wrote about meeting Kieran and the whole hand-holding part. And of course, she did what she does best. She snitched. Sweetie, a carpenter.
Do you realize what this could do to your image?
Worse, Mira went around telling everyone about Kieran, calling him the guy who defiled the angel, just because he held my hand? Like fudge nuggets. Seriously? Next morning at breakfast, Rena gasped while scrolling on her phone. Mira snatched it and handed it to Mom. Did you see this post? Someone's talking trash about our Anaya. I kept staring at my plate. It says she's not an angel, that her looks are just a condition. Jeez Louise, harsh much? Can you two quit it? Ava raised her voice as Mom and Dad's faces froze. As if they knew who wrote that post, they'd probably roast them alive. I wrote it. Everyone just stared at me, totally shook. I finished my plate, stood up real calm. I mean, I'm just a normal girl. At school that day, some random dude bumped into me and knocked all my books out of my hands. No sorry, no nothing. He just gave me the smug grin and blinked at me.
You're not mad, right? Angels don't get mad. You'll forgive me.
I picked up a book and smacked it right into his chest. You think I'm some joke to mess with? Not funny, you jerk! Didn't wait for a comeback. I grabbed the rest of my stuff and walked off like a freaking queen. Just as I expected, after that, the gossip about the fallen angels spread even faster. That night before the blessing ceremony for the village chief's son, my parents grounded me. They were scared I'd ruin my own image again.
The town needs their angel back, pure, untouched.
But inside, I was breaking. Kieran was waiting on the hill, and tonight was another meteor shower, but I wasn't allowed to go. Still, I couldn't just sit back anymore. I grabbed the scissors. Strands of white hair fell to the floor. My hands shook, but my mind had never been clearer. My parents looked like they'd seen a ghost when they saw me, but before they could even speak, the village chief and his wife showed up.
It was just an accident, sir. Her hair will grow back.
The woman stepped forward, carrying their daughter, and held her out to me. Please, bless her. I want her to become an engineer someday. Maybe study abroad. Her little face smiled up at me as I placed my hand on her forehead. Little one, I hope you grow up strong. I hope your heart is bigger than anyone's dreams for you. Whether you become a model, a singer, a doctor, an engineer, or something the world hasn't seen yet. May you always be happy, and may you always be yourself. Not exactly what her parents were hoping for. My parents yanked me back inside, mumbling that I wasn't feeling well and didn't know what I was saying. It's that boy, Kieran. He ruined you. He stole your light. Maybe I never had a light to begin with. You just saw what you wanted to see.
But you used to be special before he came.
Before I could do anything else, the villagers came for Kieran. They chased him out of town that night, in the pouring rain. They said if he really cared about me, the only thing he could do was leave. And he did. After that blessing ceremony, everything fell apart. Not just for me, but for my whole family. People in the village looked away when they saw us. Or worse, acted like we were cursed.
She's not holy anymore.
She gave the blessing wrong. One day, my sisters and I were walking through the village market when we heard a voice. I don't care what they say about that girl. Anaya blessed my mother 2 years ago when she was sick. They said she wouldn't survive the season. I stopped walking. Everyone around us turned to listen. But she did. She got 2 more happy years. Maybe it wasn't a miracle. Maybe it was luck. But you know what I remembered the most? My heart pounded. I remembered holding the old lady's hand. Anaya didn't look at her like it was a chore. She blessed her because she really meant it. Whether she's an angel or not, kindness like that is rare. No one interrupted. No one argued. They just listened. That night, Ava left a food tray outside my door. But before she walked away, I called her back, and all the years of hurt just burst out as I hugged her tight. You were wrong, you know? About what? You're not the only one who felt invisible in this family. We all did, in our own ways. Then Rena and Mira came in, faces droopy like wilted flowers. I'm sorry, Anaya. I was jealous that Mom and Dad always paid attention to you. I never realized being at the top could feel so lonely. We hugged each other, and for the first time in forever, it actually felt like we were sisters again. The spring festival used to be my favorite time of year. The village square would be lit up with colors, music playing from every corner. But this year, I wasn't invited. That didn't stop Ava from pushing me onto the stage. Rena and Mira followed right behind, cheering me on like my own hype squad. I took a deep breath. It's been a long time since anyone called me an angel, but I'm not some sign from heaven. In the crowd, I saw my parents. They tried to step forward, but my sisters held them back. I just want to grow up and grow old like a normal girl, with my family. I laugh, I cry, I get mad, and I've fallen in love. If I really had magic, then why couldn't I protect the person I love? The crowd went quiet. Then a man spoke up.
We're sorry. We're sorry for putting the weight of this village on your shoulders.
Ava took my hand and helped me down from the stage. Her grip tightened, and that was all I needed to know. We did it! After that day, everything began to change, just like I hoped. villagers started coming back to our house. But this time, they brought mangoes, flowers, and sweets. Not prayers, just neighborly hellos and gentle smiles. Mom and Dad still avoided my eyes at first, but I noticed the little things. Mom made my favorite dishes again. She stopped measuring my meals like a math problem. Dinner felt lighter now. We laughed, shared food, passed plates like a real family, until Dad suddenly put his fork down.
Maybe you're not a miracle, but all 4 of you girls are the best thing that's ever happened to us.
That moment, man, what a relief. He smiled at me. They both did. Later, I climbed back up the hill. First time since everything crumbled and since he left. Tonight was another meteor shower. I pressed my hands together and made a wish.
What did you wish for?
I opened my eyes. Holy fluff, it was Kieran. Same goofy smile, same starry eyes. He nodded toward the distance. I looked, and there they were, my sisters. Mira was waving like crazy. Rena gave me a big old thumbs up, and Ava just nodded with that calm approval she always had.
They found me and told me everything.
I reached out for his hand, and from afar, my sisters clapped and cheered like we just won something huge. They made my wish come true. They weren't angels, they're family, and that's the real kind of magic.
Shine boys, shine boys. I love you, shine boys. Ugh, how the heck do I get inside? I've been hiding out here for over 30 minutes. Every day's the same. Bands mobbing the front, making me feel like one step outside would turn me into instant mashed potatoes. Wait a second. They probably won't see me behind this, right? Phew. Finally made it inside.
Hey, Diana.
William, Finn, Kenneth. Bet you're wondering why these dudes are in my house, right? Just my luck, and not the fun kind. Hey, I'm Diana. Hit like and subscribe buttons to see my wild ride living with a superstar boy band. Meet my bro, Dylan, a musical prodigy who mastered 4 instruments by 12.
Give it a go. I'll teach you.
We always play guitar and sing together late into the night. At 16, Dylan formed his own band called Shine Boys, playing bass and leading the squad. They blew up across the US after just one hit song. As everyone was buzzing about a music festival invite, disaster struck. Oh my god, what happened to your arm?
An accident.
This is bad. That major performance at the Tennessee Music Fest is just around the corner. Dylan suddenly stared me down. What?
Right. My little sis is a killer guitarist.
Shook! Dylan was suggesting I fill in for him. Performing on a big stage sounds dope, but I never imagined me in the spotlight, playing for thousands.
Please, Diana. I'm desperate.
No way. Jesus! Just the thought of being on stage makes me all jittery. How am I supposed to play and sing? Why would I ever agree to such a crazy idea? Next day, while I was leaving school, a fancy Mercedes pulled up. A guy stepped out. It was Finn, Shine Boys' drummer, looking cool AF. Finn, what are you doing here? Is there an event or... Whoa! Okay, might look like some princess getting VIP treatment, but nah, I was freaking out. Seriously? Is all this drama necessary?
Dead serious. We gotta move fast.
You know about our big gig next month, right? You should stay with us to practice. It's just for a month, no biggie. Don't stress. We've got your stuff in the back. Think of it as a vacation.
Oh my god, if only this was as chill as a spa day. They're basically kidnapping me.
Big shoes to fill, Diana. Dylan's a legend on guitar. No pressure.
Hold up, I didn't say yes about that. Plus, you guys didn't know who the real guitar pro in my house is.
At least give her a shot, Will. I believe in her. Diana's lit.
Oh, thanks, Finn. Finn's such a gentleman and a sweetie. But William's buzzkill vibe always ruins the mood. All right, deep breath, Diana. This next month's gonna be a wild ride. The first hurdle? Dealing with a ton of fangirls for the Shine Boys. Some fans who kept tabs on the band's apartment knew I was crashing there. Diana, scram! I got why they were so jealous. I mean, living with the 3 smoking hot famous Prince Charmings? But, dude, this privilege was low-key nauseating. Beneath their glossy exteriors, they were filthy slackers. Socks, clothes, even undies just piling up and stinking up the bathroom. Floors littered with banana peels, plastic bottles, and pizza boxes. Ugh, how do they live like this? I started suspecting Dylan gathered this band because they all matched each other's level of messiness. Second hurdle, keeping my sanity. Once, I accidentally busted into the bathroom when Finn was in. Holy guacamole, those abs weren't playing. I slammed the door shut, turned tail, and... Oh no! Wait up, the thing breaking my fall is softer than the floor. That's William! Up close, he looked even better. Check out those firm arms around me. Whoa, his physique is as lit as Finn's. Guess it wasn't just Finn I was crushing on. It's all muscly dudes for me. But William, not Shakespeare, wasn't about letting dreamy scenes last.
Where do you keep your eyes? On your butt?
Oh, where do you hide your sweet words? A safe somewhere? Can you be like a tad nicer when talking?
No need.
Good thing the tantalizing aroma from the kitchen saved him, or he'd be toast. It was a delish spaghetti from Chef Kenneth. Just a shame his culinary talent isn't inversely proportional to his humor.
Guess what we call fake spaghetti? Impasta!
This spaghetti's yummy, right guys? To be fair, beyond a few minor quirks, they're total heartthrobs. Who'd be your bias in Shine Boys? Drop it in the comments. One day, when coming to the practice room earlier to set up instruments, I overheard something chilling.
What are you implying?
The stage collapsed right where Dylan stood. Quite the coincidence.
The cops ruled it an accident.
Look, Will, I get it. You paved the way for Shine Boys, but Dylan became the frontman. All eyes on him. You've thought about it.
Stop spouting nonsense.
You're also watching Dylan's solo contracts, right? Framing things as accidents is smart.
One more crack from you, and you might end up drumming with one hand.
Dylan's broken arm wasn't an accident. Someone's sabotaging him, and it's William? No way! I gotta get justice for him! But trouble kept coming. The barista looked familiar. Where have I seen her? Name tag says Alice. An old friend, maybe? Whatever. I continue scrolling through TikTok while waiting. Suddenly, William appears as I step out. What the hell? I didn't even sip it! Are you seriously this pissed at me?
Listen,
Save it! Just leave me alone!
It's not as simple as you think. You need to be careful.
I stomped off, ignoring whatever William had to say. The next few days, even if my practice went smoother, the vibe at home got tense. Apart from band practice, I avoided William at all costs. Seems like he noticed, but instead of confronting or explaining, he just kept silent. The most terrifying thing happened the day before the performance. Someone's tailing me. The footsteps kept getting closer. Ouch! It's the waitress from the cafe yesterday. Alice! You don't deserve to stand with my angels. So shameless. That coffee the other day? Lucky you. But today, you're done.
Cut this crap out, or you'll be banned from all Shine Boys shows.
Shine Boys? That voice. William? The man turns away and walks off. It was too dark to see his face, but that voice was unmistakably like William's. The guy who sabotaged my brother out of jealousy, but always looked out for me. What's his game?
Finn and Kenneth were really worried about you. They called to check if you got home.
Indeed, but it was only William who was there when I needed him most. Hey Dylan, do you think William caused your accident?
What? No way. William would never do that. Why would you even think that?
Did you notice anything off with any of the 3 boys that day?
But,
Just answer me.
all I remember is Finn was super off that day. We usually film vlogs during rehearsals, but he was super pissed. Even yelled at the crew to stop filming. He's never been like that before.
Bingo! I begged Dylan for that video and stayed up all night watching. 5 in the morning. Seriously? Nothing again? Wait. I got it! Here it is! As Shine Boys moved to the waiting room for their performance, the still running camera caught someone messing with the stage rigging right above where Dylan stood. That's him! Finn! He's been fooling everyone with his fake polite facade. Even made me doubt William. Such a jerk! The final performance day arrived. I wore my dazzling outfit, ready to stride along Shine Boys. Never thought I'd ever feel like a real superstar. The moment I prepared for a month is about to come. But for some reason, I felt down. William, go away! Suddenly, a fan shouted out loud. Reporters rushed in.
Is Dylan's accident connected to you?
We were all shell-shocked. No, I can't let this be. I know what you did. Here's your last chance. Explain yourself in front of everyone and stop framing William.
What are you on about? What did I do? Our performance is about to start. Quit your babbling.
Babbling? Nice. He's showing his true colors. I'll make him pay. The performance, a result of a month of hard work, was a smashing success. The joy of being cheered on by fans was indescribable. It's time to do what I have to do. Finn, I gave you one last chance. You blew it. The big screen starts playing the video I told you about. Just moments after the performance started, the stage rigging collapsed right where Dylan stood, injuring his arm.
I trusted you, Finn. You did this to Dylan just because of some nonsense contracts? What do you know? Dylan and you? Always about yourselves. It wasn't me who caused it this way. Move!
I'm sorry for doubting you, William. I should have known better. I'll do anything to make it up to you. Days later, William locked himself in. He needed time to heal. All I could do was be there for him. One day, he finally emerged, letting me in.
There's something I've been meaning to tell you. Thank you, Diana, for truly seeing me.
Finn, the hypocrite who always envied others' success, has now been kicked out of the band. And guess who? None other than the lovely Diana here will take on the official bass guitar position in the band. Fans even suggested changing the band's name to Shine Girl because they truly stand out so much. Oh no, it's time for my appointment. I have to go. Let me give you a little hint. Today is the first date between William and me. He's probably waiting for me in the Merc parked outside. See you all later.
So what about me? Do they even care about how this affects me?
Wait, you can't just leave over this!
It's not just about you forgetting our anniversary, Mark. You're never here!
I've been working my butt off for us. What more do you want?
I want my husband back. I want us to matter more than your job! And then Dad lets go, Mom storms out, hails a taxi, and disappears from my sight. The last thing I see is Dad silently turning back into the room and slamming the door shut. The phone rings. $10,000 added to my bank account. What the fudge? Oh snap, it's from Dad.
I have to go on a business trip for 2 days. Be good at home, sweetie.
This is way more than my usual allowance. Does Dad think he can make up for it like this? As if. What I really want is for my parents to get back together. That night, instead of hanging out with friends, I spend the entire evening texting Mom. Why not? I have to try to pull her back home. Dad skipped a few meals already, Mom. I think he even forgot to brush his teeth this morning before work. I don't care about him. Are you okay, my little Minnie? I'm fine. It's just Dad who isn't. But Mom doesn't reply anymore. Anytime I bring up Dad, all I get back is this terrifying silence. But how can you catch a tiger cub without entering the tiger's den? The next day, I head to the skate park and pretend to get hurt. I end up in the hospital and my parents rush over. Perfect. Oh, my little Minnie. How could you let this happen? Wait, hold up.
If you hadn't left, she wouldn't be this upset.
And everything just blows up. My parents start arguing so loudly that security has to escort them out. Oh, great. Not giving up hope, a few days later, I have a new perfect plan. I secretly contact Dad's secretary and quickly find out where he will be dining. I cleverly arrange for Mom to be there. Maybe a romantic dinner will remind them of their first date. Dad is already there when I arrive. It looks like he's waiting for someone. Could it be Mom? Did they figure out my plan? Awesome! I sit at a table right behind Dad, ready to catch the old folks red-handed sneaking a date. God, suddenly I really need to pee! As I walk past a woman at the restroom door, her perfume makes me choke. Is there a problem? I shake my head and wave it off. Bet she's on a romantic date tonight. I come back out and Mom still hasn't arrived. But what shocks me more is that woman is now sitting next to my dad. They look so cozy it makes me want to hurl. I thought Dad was still upset about Mom leaving. It doesn't end there. While I'm freaking out, not sure what to do, Mom's been standing there the whole time. Her face is ashen and she's even more shocked than me. Dad! Ugh, I can't even with you! Mom hasn't answered my calls for days. She must be really mad.
If you're not focused while skateboarding, you could get hurt.
Right then, my skateboard slips from under my feet. But with superior skills, I land perfectly.
Wow! With skills like that sprained ankle story from the other day seems kinda off.
A guy steps in front of me. Jack, the hot manager of the skate park. I've always had a thing for his good looks, but I've never actually talked to him. Jack gives me a sense of security, making it easy for me to unload all my pent-up anger.
Huh, we're pretty similar, you know?
Huh? Jack's mom is a modern woman. She loves her job and herself more than she loves her own kid.
I had to start fending for myself when I was just 10. I don't even know who my dad is.
Hearing about his life makes my own drama seem a bit less dramatic. What now? If Dad's calling to apologize, no way I'm forgiving him that easy.
Hey, answer it. I gotta head out. Catch you later.
Ugh, looks like I've got to deal with my parents' mess before I even think about my own love life. If Dad's apologizing and wants my help to make up with Mom, fine. Why are you here? I stutter as I see the woman from earlier sitting pretty in my house.
Minnie, show some respect. This is Jane, my girlfriend.
Feels like I've been struck by 100 lightning bolts. What about Mom?
Your mom does nothing but nag. Jane here is the CEO of the corporation collaborating with my company.
So what? I'll never let her step foot in this house again! Snake!
You are way out of line, Minnie!
I close my eyes tight as Dad raises his hand. If he actually hits me because of her, I don't ever want to see him again. I hate you, Dad! I say and run out of the house. So freaking annoying! I can't deny I want to see Jack, the only person I feel like talking to right now.
Actually...
Don't tell me you think I should be understanding towards my parents.
No. Who said that? Quite the opposite.
I look at Jack, his eyes twinkling with mischief and cunning. Oh yeah, I'm a rebel. Let's play a game and see who comes out on top. In the following days, I truly become the villain in my dad's new love story. Jane visits our house more often, acting all domestic. Cooking, huh? Gross. What did you put in this? It smells like it's been rotting in a stomach for 10 days. Ugh. Despite Dad's scolding, I refuse to accept anything she brings over. Ew! I only wear clothes my mom buys. One evening, I come home to find a party happening. Excuse me? I wasn't invited to a party in my own house?
Thank you all for being here today to bless Jane and me. The wedding is set for next month.
What on earth is going on here? Pinch me. Is this just a terrible nightmare? My skateboard rolls up to the stage just as Jane steps up in front of all the guests. Then she trips and falls flat on her face. I know I'd go to hell for laughing now, but it seems like there's plenty of company down there already. Dad is furious. He makes me write 100 times, "I will not meddle in others' affairs." It doesn't end there. Jane even convinces Dad to ground me for a week. Fine, I'll spend that time plotting to kick her out of our house. But before I can come up with another plan, that night, my dad comes into my room and says,
I want you to study abroad.
I'm not surprised. It's definitely that witch Jane's stupid idea. She wants to get rid of me so she can manipulate Dad easier. I sneak out of the house. I need to find her and set things straight. But the person who shows up next leaves me in disbelief.
Mom, I'm out.
Skateboarding at night might just land you in trouble. I have to clamp my hand over my mouth to stop from screaming. Turns out all this time I've been pouring my heart out to the son of my enemy. Life sure has a twisted sense of humor.
Minnie, what are you doing here?
I'm startled as Jack spots me hiding behind a bush. Jane is also staring at me in surprise, but I'm at a loss for words now. In the days that follow, I'm too disheartened to even want to see Jack. Despite the struggle, I slowly start accepting that my dad has moved on. Until one day, I'm skateboarding alone down a narrow alley. What now? Two mean-looking men pick up Jack's skateboard and snap it in half.
Hey, are you stupid? You're supposed to slide on the skateboard, not break it. Typical naive kid. Where's your mom? She owes us big time. Who are you guys? What did my mom do to you? Ask less. Just know your mom isn't the good person you think.
I kick a can to distract them and bolt. Jack's not a bad guy, though. I tried to tell Mom, hoping she'd save Dad from that sneak Jane. But Mom thought I was just trying to sabotage Dad to bring my parents back together. Meanwhile, Dad ignored me when he found out I snuck out the night before. Ugh, so frustrating. But I wasn't about to let it go. That night, I waited for Jack to leave the house so I could sneak inside. I slipped into Jane's office like a ninja. Just as I opened the door, a loud alarm blared and red lights flashed around the room. Suddenly, a hand grabbed my collar, nearly scaring the life out of me.
Be quiet, we're both screwed. I can't believe you'd take such a risk. If I hadn't come back, you'd be toast.
But your hair is tickling my nose! Jack turned around and our faces were inches apart. The awkwardness overpowered the fear. I was so embarrassed I practically jumped out of my skin. I knew you were bad. I glanced at Jack, still neatly tucked in the closet, and he motioned for me to be quiet. After the wedding, your dad's company will be mine too. Your dad is as foolish as any other man. You came all this way finally knowing the truth, huh? But will your dad ever believe you now? What goes around comes around. I don't care when it comes from me, but you better behave and go study abroad. Your parents would be so disappointed to know you broke into my house to steal. Then she threw me out of the house. My plan to expose her failed, but what about Jack? Would he help me?
Do what she says.
The news of my sudden decision to study abroad shocked both my dad and Mom. That day, Jane also came with my dad. My mom was crying helplessly, watching my dad with utmost disdain. Meanwhile, I was still waiting for someone. Would he come for me? As the final boarding call sounded, I sadly kissed my mom goodbye and turned to leave.
Wait!
Jack, why are you here? Why are the police here? Because we're going to expose you.
Minnie gave me the courage to do this. Without her, I would have lived in guilt, covering up my mother's vile crimes. But how could this be? How did you kids find out?
I was blown away by Dad's sudden shift in attitude. Not just me, everyone there couldn't believe what was happening. Was this a Hollywood movie? Huh? Dad, you're helping the police investigate Jane? Was everything just an act? That wedding story?
Yes, exactly. I was ordered to keep it absolutely secret, even from you and your mom.
The last thing Dad expected was my overreaction.
But that actually helped. She completely let her guard down.
And that's why you deliberately strained our relationship.
Yes. I'm sorry, my love.
I was relieved that in the end, my parents weren't drifting apart. But right now, I needed to meet someone. He really needed someone to talk to.